Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and today I'm here to talk you through my December TBR. I know everyone is going to be saying this, but I for one can't believe that it's already December. And for the most part, I try to pick books in December that are light and fun and cozy. First of all, if you watched last week's video, I had my father pick some of the books on this TBR. So I have to read at least one of these books by the end of the month. My choices are Our Man in Havana by Graham Greene, which is an espionage sort of story. The Children of Henry VIII by Alison Weir, a non-fiction Tudor choice. Or In Mozart's Shadow by Carolyn Meyer, which is the story of Mozart's sister. If you want to know more about those books, check out that last video. Other things I picked up include The Remains of the Day by Kazuo Ishiguro, because the title and the theme of the end of an era seem to fit the end of a year. And I've been seeing it around everywhere. People have been recommending it to me because they've been seeing it everywhere. And as far as I understand it, this is the story of a former butler of a great house in an age when butlers of great houses aren't necessarily as important as they were. Society is changing, class shifts are happening, and it's his reflections on all of that. In addition, I have the last book in the Pages & Co. series by Anna James, which is The Last Book Wanderer. This will be very bittersweet, but I have loved reading these books every winter for the past couple of years, so I'm thrilled to have this last one with me. I talk about this series endlessly, but if you're unfamiliar, this is two interconnected series about a variety of children, and indeed adults, who can book wander. They can step into the pages of books and interact with the characters, and many magical adventures ensue. I also picked up the play Blue Stockings by Jessica Swale. I loved her play about Nell Gwyn a few years ago. I didn't get to see it, I just read it. And this is the story of some of the first female students allowed at, was it Girton College? Yes, Girton College in Cambridge in 1896. I also picked up A Snowfall of Silver by Laura Wood, which is the last of her backlist of novels that I have to read. I'm trying to think which way to angle it so you can see that better, because the foiling is just beautiful. But this is the story of a young woman named Freya who decides to run away from Cornwall in 1931 to try and become an actress. And these are usually beautiful and gorgeous, and they're English in a time that I love. There's usually a little bit of romance, and I can't wait. I also picked up Miss Buncles' book by D.E. Stevenson. I've been seeing a lot about D.E. Stevenson recently, and I found this gorgeous edition at a book sale. This is the story of Miss Bunkle, who decides to write a novel very heavily based on the small village in which she lives. And it's a huge success, and she's thrilled, except that what she wrote about these people that she does indeed know starts to actually happen to the real people, and she's not sure what to do about that. And that sounds fantastic. For some good old historical fiction, I threw Antoinette's Sister into my pile by Diana Giovinazzo. And this is the story of one of Marie Antoinette's sisters. I think it's Charlotte? Yes, Charlotte. And one of their other sisters, Josefa, was engaged to the King of Naples. However, I think she dies before the marriage can go through, so Charlotte is sent to marry the King of Naples instead. And I know nothing about that area of history, so this sounds wonderful. And finally, I threw in The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. Since I have a week off at the end of the month, I thought I could dive into something a little bit chunkier. I have heard nothing but wonderful things about this series. I've been meaning to read it for ages. I know it's fantasy, I know it's at least quasi-Victorian, if not fully Victorian, and that it takes place in New Zealand, which are three things that I love finding out more about. So I need to dive into this. So those are the books that I hope to read this month. Let me know down below if you have any plans for the end of the year. Do you have superstitions about what you read at the end of a year or at the beginning of a year? Let me know down below, and until next time, be safe, be well, and happy reading. Bye everyone.